Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. It's another video. I'm going to talk to you more about Ghanaian players. There's so much news in the winter transfer window. The winter transfer window, as you know, has already opened, and it's a new year, 2019. Great things are going to happen this year, but only if you position yourself well. Be disciplined this year, you get to where you want to be. Nothing is impossible. Every day is a new year, actually. It's not just about the year or the calendar. Every day is a new year. It's a new opportunity as long as you're alive to make a difference in everywhere you find yourself. So I would advise you to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell to get more updates on the channel. My second channel, Sahara Football Beta, more live matches, full matches will be placed on that channel. So if you want more live full matches, just subscribe to the one. It's the first comment pinned here on this video. So I'm your host as usual, Selassie Fiawe, and I'm welcoming you back to Sahara Football. Now today I'm going to talk to you about Thomas Partey. We all know Pep Guardiola has made Thomas Partey his top priority. I'm going to tell you why that is the case. And Jerome Boateng, if you remember, was in Ghana over the festive season, the Christmas period, and he reflects on his time in Ghana and why it was a great time for him to be here in the country. Joseph Paintstil of GENK has been assessed for the season. We all know Joseph Paintstil have been doing performances of Ghanaian players abroad, and Joseph Paintstil has been a huge prospect for GENK. He was signed in the summer, and they have assessed his performance so far. Now DWAMENA has got a tag which is not worthy of. So DWAMENA has got an unworthy tag, which I'll tell you about later in the video. So let me just jump right into it. Now, Thomas Partey of Atletico Madrid here. He started in the Atletico Madrid Academy and has been with them for over 5 years now. Yes, Thomas Partey has been with Atletico Madrid for a while now, but he recently complained about being unhappy at Atletico Madrid, and it brought up a lot of rumors. PSG were interested, Arsenal were interested, a whole lot of clubs were interested in signing him. He's a great player, he's a Ghanaian and he's a great player, and as usual we know the rumors, there's no smoke without fire. Now recently Pep Guardiola has come out to say that he's interested in signing Thomas Partey, and he has explained why that is. Why Thomas Partey? Why this time? Someone would think Manchester City have it all figured out, but I'm going to tell you why Pep Guardiola seems so keen on signing the Ghanaian midfielder. Now, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has made Ghana star Partey his #1 transfer target in the January transfer window, according to reports. Now, Partey 25 has already registered his dissatisfaction with game time at the Wanda Metropolitano, despite making 21 appearances for Atletico this season. According to reports among football agents with knowledge on the transfer market, City are keen on making an offer for the versatile player when the window opens, and the window is open right now. It is open. Man City recent struggles during the Christmas period has led to them identifying Atletico Madrid's Partey as their primary target to solve their midfield problems. With 33-year-old Fernandinho unavailable for City's last 2 matches as a result of thigh injury, Pep Guardiola's side have slumped to some consecutive defeats, with John Stones and Ilkay Gundogan having been used in defensive midfields, but City have conceded 5 goals in just 2 matches without Fernandinho shielding the defense. So Fernandinho is the missing cog which they are aiming to replace with Thomas Partey. That's why Pep Guardiola seems so keen on signing Thomas Partey. We hope Partey gets the move that will give him more playing time, because that's the most important thing for us and our Ghanaian players. More playing time, more exposure, and more heights to be reached. That's the aim of this game. So we hope Thomas Partey, we wish him all the best, and we wish him the very best in this winter transfer window, and we hope he gets the right move. So my next story, and it's about Jerome Boateng. If you follow this channel, I brought you a story, and Ghanaian player Jerome Boateng, Bayern Munich, and German defender Jerome Boateng was in Ghana, had some good time with some kids at the Labadi Beach Sakura Park, and he imparted some knowledge into them. Now, Jerome Boateng has reflected on his visit here in Ghana, and he said it was a great time to be in Ghana after such a torrid 2018. If you can remember, in 2018, Germany were knocked out of the World Cup at the group stages after winning it in 2014, the curse of the champions. It hit again on Germany, and Jerome Boateng said it was a really tough time for him and his family and his teammates. So let me just read the story for you. It says, Bayern Munich defender Jerome Boateng has disclosed how special it was for him to visit his roots following a difficult year in his career. Boateng endured a frustrating World Cup in Russia this year, as well as a difficult first half of the German Bundesliga, which sees Bayern sit third in the first round. This is what Jerome Boateng said. He said 2018 comes to an end and admitted 2018 comes to an end. I am happy about it. For me personally, it was a very difficult year. I will probably never well and certainly not like to remember it. Sporting, I have lagged far behind my own expectations, he said on Instagram. The World Cup in Russia was one of the most disappointing experiences of my career. We all remember Germany being knocked out. It was a shock. Even though the curse of the champion was something we're used to, it was a real shock. It took a long time for me to leave the university. Meanwhile, I have processed it and learned from it. With Bayern Munich, we won the championship for the 6th time in a row, but unfortunately lost the cup final. The Champions League knocked me out twice. We lost as a team and I lost as a single as I hurt myself in the first leg. A German born of Ghanaian descent has been in West African nation for a couple of days, where he has been involved in some philanthropic works. Boateng revealed how important it was for him to travel to Ghana and admits it was a special end to the year for him. This is what Jerome Boateng said. Privately, I had to struggle with some things, and as much as one tries to separate private from profession, it does not always work out as you imagine. I wish it would have been better sometimes, he continued. I've learned a lot. I'm feeling physically better in the last few weeks, and I'm on my way back to the old top form. Criticism and doubts that have come up to me, I take as motivation because I'm still far from exhausted. So Jerome Boateng, the rejuvenated for the second half of the season and the second half of the Champions League, and what 2019 has to offer. It was a torrid 2018 for him, and he's happy to have come out a better person for it. It was 2018 wasn't that great for him, and he hopes that 2019 offers more prospects for him, and he enjoyed his time here in Ghana. We were happy to have him here in Ghana, and he did some philanthropic work as well. We appreciate that from Jerome Boateng. So to my next story, if you follow this channel, you know about Ghanaian midfielder Joseph PAINSTILL. He was brought into GENK this season, and his contribution to GENK's success in the first round has been scrutinized as the Smurfs are cruising at the summit of the standings. Now, he has been a real revelation for GENK this season, and it's like they want to maintain him for a long while. Now, the budding winger joined GENK on a 4-year contract in a deal worth €2.5 million from Ghanaia's second-tier side Tema Youth, after excelling on a loan spell at Hungarian giant Varos. Despite the bumper transfer fee GENK paid for the 21-year-old, he was third on the pecking order behind Leandro Trossard and Alejandro Guzello. PAINSTILL churned many playing minutes, but the only highlight was a brace he backed in the 5-1 victory against KAA Gent. He scored 4 goals in 22 matches in all competitions during the first half of the season, and that has been his contribution for this half of the season. We hope the second half will be much better. GENK, remember, on top of the Belgian league, and he's out there with Joseph Edu, who made the breakthrough team of the year 2018 of the Europa League last year. If you follow this channel, that news is up here. You can read it now. Now to my last and final story, and it's about Ghanaian forward RAPHAEL DWAMENA. Yes, RAPHAEL DWAMENA, as we all know, joined Levante last summer. Actually, he joined Levante last summer, and he has caught an unworthy tag, which I wouldn't wish on any Ghanaian or any player whatsoever. He has got an unworthy tag for the season so far. It's just the second half of the season. Remember, all the leagues are on break. Italian Serie A is on break for 2 weeks. The La Liga will return next week, this weekend or next week. Yep, one of them. And the Premier League, as we all know, is still ongoing with a lot of football to happen today. Now, RAPHAEL has been given a very really bad tag for Levante. Now, Ghana forward RAPHAEL has been rated as one of Levante's worst signing in 2018. Yeah. Following a difficult start to his career in Spain, the lanky forward joined the La Liga side in the summer from FC Zurich on a 4-year deal, but has failed to break into the first team. DWAMENA is one of the 3 signings by Levante this season, and all 3 have struggled to fit into the manager Paco Lopez's system. The ex-FC left wing forward has played only 71 minutes in the La Liga in 2018 and has scored only 1 goal for the club, and that was in the Copa del Rey match against Lugo. Nikola Vukcevic and Moses Simon are the other signing of the club, and both have struggled to make headway in Spain. So RAPHAEL is being considered the worst signing for Levante so far this season. That's not a really great tag to have on yourself. But that has been it for today. New edition of Sahara Football. I hope you guys stick to this channel. Let's grow this channel, guys. Let's grow this channel, and let's all be happy in 2019. If you made it to 2019, kudos. It's a chance, it's an opportunity for you to do better than you did in 2018. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great year.